What is good, everybody? It is your boy Super Saiyan Cat back with another Xenoverse 2 video for you guys. Today, we're going to be discussing DLC 6 and the characters I think / want to come in that DLC pack. Now, before we get this video started, I just want to apologize because I know this isn't 1080p quality like all my other videos are. I do apologize. This was recorded with my PS4. Currently, I'm at my girlfriend's house right now as we speak, so I don't have all my equipment and things like that. So again, guys, I do apologize for that. But the DLC Pack 6 is something that can go in two directions to me. Like, this DLC can go one of two ways. It can either go down the path of the Tournament of Power, bring characters that we all want to see from Dragon Ball Super, or based off the actual name of the DLC, based off the translations that we got for it, it's supposedly called the Infinite History Pack. So if that is the case, I really don't believe that we will be seeing characters from Dragon Ball Super and the Tournament of Power. One other thing hinting at the fact that we may not see those type of characters is how DLC 5 was. DLC 5 had nothing to do with Super at all. It was basically just giving us characters that a lot of people have talked about from the very beginning of Xenoverse 2 and even partially in Xenoverse 1. Like, people were talking about Buhan, Tapion, 13, like all these characters for the most part were being talked about in Xenoverse 1 by the fan base, but we never got them until finally DLC Pack 5 will drop. We will get our hands on these characters. So if it's similar to that, we definitely will not be seeing Dragon Ball Super based DLC pack like we did through 1 through 4, because pack 1 through 4 were literally called DLC Super Pack 1, DLC Super Pack 2. Now it's really just being called DLC 5, and we haven't really gotten any news on anything besides the Infinite History name of DLC 6. But still, it's not that I haven't heard anything be called DLC Super Pack 6 or anything like that. So honestly, I really don't believe that we will be getting Tournament of Power characters. But if we did, I want to give you guys my quick list of who I would love to see. And I believe this is probably everyone's list for the most part. That is Kale, Caulifla, Toppo, and Jiren. Those are the 4 characters that I personally would love to see come to Xenoverse 2 if we got a Tournament of Power type DLC pack. But again, I don't believe we're going to be getting that just based off the name and based off how they're doing DLC Pack 5. But it's still a high chance that we can get those characters in this game as well. But if they take the other direction and actually do an Infinite History type pack like the name supposedly says, the characters I personally want to see would be Pikkon, because I mean, come on, why do we not why is Pikkon not in this game? Why are his clothes in this game but I can't use him? Like, seriously? Pikkon was one of my favorite characters from DBZ. I know he didn't have much screen time, he was only really in that one arc, but at the same time, man, come on, Pikkon was a dope character. Everybody for the most part loved Pikkon. I really enjoyed him in the DBZ anime along with the movie with Janemba. So I would really love to see him come to this game, and especially if the fact that, you know, we got Janemba in the game, why don't we have, you know, Pikkon? Pikkon was in the movie too, damn it. So I would really love to see Pikkon come to this game. The next character I have is Oob/Majub. Another character, Bandai. Why do I have this man's clothes but I can't use him? Does that make sense? Like, honestly, it really does not make sense that we don't have Oob, considering the GT characters that we do have. Like, come on. Everybody, another character everybody loved. Everybody would love to see Oob/Majub come to Xenoverse 2, and he's a character that has been talked about since Xenoverse 1 as to why he is not in this game. Similar to just how all the characters we will be seeing in DLC Pack 5 were talked about since Xenoverse 1 as to why they are not in the game. It just did not make sense to us as a fan base. So I'd really love to see Oob come to the game as well. And then the other 2 characters I would like to see. The first one is Baby Vegeta/Baby. This is a character that must be in the game. Like, he's only the most favorite villain in GT's history. Like, that was probably one of the only arcs that some people liked for GT, because GT did get a lot of hate. I don't know why. I really enjoyed the show. To me, it was still a very good Dragon Ball show, but it did get a lot of hate. But still, through all that hate, people still love Baby Vegeta and the concept of Baby. Baby was a dope character concept, and Baby Vegeta was just one of the dopest looking characters we saw. Probably the dopest looking character we saw in GT, period. Like, the way his outfit was just so clean, and then how the lines with it was just a dope looking character, and he was the only Super Saiyan white that we've ever seen as well, so just keep that in mind. But I would really love to see either Baby or Baby Vegeta come to this game, and I know a lot of others would love to see him come as well. Now, the last character I have on this list is from Super. I will say that because the DLC is called Infinite History, so that really could mean that we could be getting characters from all different types of Dragon Ball, like from Z, GT, and Super. The only reason I'm not mentioning Dragon Ball characters is because developers in the past have mentioned that they have the issue with those type of characters is the fact that, you know, they can't fly. So I didn't put any of those characters in this list, because if they would consider those, I would definitely have some Dragon Ball related characters in this list. But the last character is from Super because it is called the Infinite History Pack, and I already got a character from DBZ with Pikkon, got 2 characters from GT with Oob and Baby Vegeta. So the last character I'm throwing in here is a character from Super and from the Tournament of Power. His name is Bergamo. Bergamo was a pretty dope character. I know they got eliminated fairly quick in the Tournament of Power, but Bergamo, the main one of the trio, he was a pretty dope character, and I think he would be pretty cool to be added to Xenoverse 2 DLC Pack 6. Because again, I mean, through all the Wolves trio, I really didn't like the other 2, but Bergamo was dope, and a lot of people did like him. He did get a lot of love through the community when he was in the show. Like, people really did enjoy him as a character, so I definitely would not mind seeing him come to Xenoverse 2 in DLC Pack 6 as well. And again, the reason I made this list the way I did is because I kept in mind that whole Infinite History type thing. Basically, it's saying that, you know, we can be getting characters from all across the Dragon Ball era and all across the Dragon Ball universe. So that's why I really had Bergamo be the last character from Super, because I already covered Z and GT with Pikkon, Baby Vegeta, and Oob. So I figured throw in one more character from Super would more make sense to the DLC pack. So those are the characters I personally would like to see come to DLC 6. And again, remember, I don't think we're going to be getting the Jiren, Topo, Kale, and Khalifa type characters for DLC 6. I would love to see it, but based off what the scans, the translation said, showing that this is called the Infinite History Pack for DLC 6, I really don't see, it doesn't make sense. Like, how are Jiren, Topo, Kale, and Khalifa really aren't part of history? And for those who would be like, oh, Bergamo wasn't a part of history, the man was in, like, he ain't been in the show for at least like 20 episodes or something at this point, so he's definitely a part of the history at this point of Dragon Ball. So again, man, those are the characters I would really like to see. Let me know who you guys would like to see down below, and don't include the 4 that I mentioned in Topo, Jiren, Kale, Khalifa. Give me 4 different characters that you guys would really like to see and think will be coming in DLC Pack 6, if those are not the 4 that we will be getting. So again, man, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned. I will have the rules video regarding the tournament, the pre-DLC 5 tournament that I'm doing. Stay tuned for that, guys. Gonna have the rules out. Gonna have the time for the prelims out as well, so stay tuned for that. But man, I'm hyped for DLC Pack 5. I can't wait for it to release. It's almost around the corner. And then 2 months later, after DLC Pack 5 releases, we got DLC Pack 6. So I want to really give Bandai and Dimps credit for this. They're really showing us some love to the community, showing that they care about us and things like that. So I do really appreciate that from Bandai and Dimps. But again, man, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, hope you guys have a good day. Peace, y'all.